So we're streaming and recording at the same time. Okay, so CryptoMine posted this about Soulcat. I'm going to look at a couple other things like real-time, lower. I mean, this is a low cap, but I'm talking about micro caps. I'll look at that here in just a second. So first thing I would do is I would copy the CA, and I'll jump over here. And then I'll paste it here into GMGN. I mean, it is looking pretty good here. As far as the chart goes, you want to start as high as you can. And you can't really see anything on the daily. So yeah, I would say right in here. Yeah, that definitely looks like the bullish line. So as long as this one's above the bullish line, you're good. And it's fairly close to it. You could invest right now if you wanted to. The other things you want to look at are, of course, we're going to go ahead and see. Look at our smart money. It'd be great if we had a smart money wallet that we trusted. Oh, there's none in it. Oh, that's not that odd. I mean, sometimes that happens. What we could do is look at, I mean, these are brand new wallets that are buying it. So they don't want, apparently there's somebody that doesn't want you to be able to know who they are, or at least see their big wallet. But here is a high net worth wallet right here that bought it. It isn't considered smart money by Nansen yet, but you know, it could be next month, who knows, if they keep showing good P&L. So yeah, I mean, at least there's one good wallet here. I mean, there's a lot of other ones that bought it, but that's one good wallet anyway. So the other thing you could do is go to Twitter and then paste the contract address here into the search and just see. Well, there is one other way. I'll show you that here in just a second. But this is something you're going to want to do to be able to, you know, see the bigger account, see if they're talking about it. And this one is. So, you know, just this first tweet right here. I mean, you know, he's talking about adding to his bag, and I agree. I mean, if we looked at that chart again, has it gone up since we were looking at? Oh wait, that's the wrong thing. Hang on. Where's my chart at? Here it is. Okay, yeah, it's pretty much where it was. So yeah, just treat this as your support line here at 16.5 million, or if you're looking at the price, it's what is that? 0.005 roughly. It's about 50 RSI, looks good. So I could definitely see picking up some here. It's a matter of whether it's going to take off right away or not. There's no way of knowing that. You know, liquidity is everything. Volume's only 20,000. So there's just not many people with eyes on it right now. The top 10 does hold 32% of it. I don't think that's a huge problem if it's been around for a while. How long has it been going? Oh, it's new, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you were to see top 10 start to sell off a lot, and here on GMGN, you can click, if you've got it on the activity tab, if you click on top holders, you can see where they're selling. You may have to go to a different time frame. I don't know why it's not showing up. Sometimes it acts weird like this. I don't know why it does that. The dev still holds it. A lot of people won't even invest in a token unless the dev has sold it. Now that I'm looking at it on the hourly chart, this doesn't look as good because look, you've got your MACD starting to turn down. You got lower high on the RSI. So if price is going up while momentum is coming down, that's usually not a good sign. And the reason why it's important, or the reason why I just noticed this on the hourly is, yeah, it looks good on the 4-hour because it's above this resistance area. It got back above it. And even here on the hourly, it looks fine as far as this goes. But if you start looking at the wicks at a lower, you know, wicks show up on a higher time frame, but then when you get to a lower time frame, they turn into, you know, candlestick bodies. And this is basically a triple top. Well, it's at least a double top with a lower high right there. So I don't know, I'd at least wait until this played out some more before entering now that I look at it. Maybe it just went up too quick and needs time to consolidate and then it's ready to go again. What else can you look at? Oh, one other thing you can do, if you get the Soulcat, if you go and get their Twitter handle, and then you go to Moni, which you could do it in our, let's see, actually, if you bring up the Discord, and then you go to the Crypto Helper Bots here. I changed the channel on it. It's called Crypto Helper Bots now. And then you paste that in, just the Twitter link, their main Twitter page. They got 23 smart followers, so that's good. They've got a good amount of tweets. That means they're active. 6 influencers, 2 project team members, 1 angel investor is involved. Yeah, so it looks pretty good from that standpoint. And you can paste it in, like if you have Moni, you can actually go in here and see more metrics. Like see how many followers they have over the last few days. And it's weird, I figured there'd be more smart followers down here. Is this the right one? Oh, maybe this is the wrong one. Huh. Does it have 2 S's in it? Sorry, let me try this again. I don't know why it's bringing that up. Okay. Maybe that's right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I did have the wrong one. It was some kind of copycat. Yeah, so as you can see, you could do like, okay, I just want to see who the influencers are. Okay, there's your influencers. Some of them are alpha hunters. You may recognize some of these, but you can actually click through to their Twitter, look what they're talking about recently, or you can add them to a watch list for yourself on here. There's a lot of different things you can do with Moni. So this is kind of like, what's the name of that one? Kaito that y'all talk about. Kind of the same thing, except I just feel like this one's easier to maneuver through. Yeah, so that's the way I would do it. I don't always look at Moni every time. I mean, we're going to start using it as soon as we set everything up to try to find projects that haven't launched yet or projects that just launched. So let's look at, this is one thing I wanted to get into. Let's just look. Okay, good. One of our wallets actually got into something. That's what I was waiting for. So number 1, Soul Microcap Memes is something that you can look at anytime. It happens every 11 minutes on the hour. So like this one had it happen at 10:11 a.m. for me, and then 11:11 a.m. So every time that there's 11 minutes after the hour, this thing's going to pop up, and it's going to tell you how many. Like this one looks real interesting because it's got 10,000 inflows in the last hour, and this is the first time that it popped up, I believe. You can always search to see if it is, but we'll look at that one real quick, and then I'll show you some other things. So I'm going to click through on that. It's going to bring me to Nansen, and you can see a couple of smart money are already getting into it here. Price action doesn't look great though. Let's just see, did they, yeah, nobody's selling yet that did buy it. So what you do is you take the contract address, you can click it right there, and then you go to GMGN.AI, paste it in there, and now you can look at the chart. I like looking at market cap instead of price. It's just better for me. So this one just launched actually. If you wanted to take a chance on this one, you could, but I mean, we could watch it for a little bit. I mean, there's not a lot of volatility yet. It looks like it did migrate from pump fund. Is it a pump fund? Yeah. So it migrated from pump fund, which happens around 80,000, 70,000, and then it looks like it started rolling over. So basically, this is a lower high currently. It got up here. Capitulation, and you can actually look and see what the top wallets did here. It's working now. So, they're taking profits at the very top. Some more took profits there. The dev did sell. I still don't know exactly what this rug pull thing is up here. I mean, I know it shows which wallets usually dump, but I mean, a lot of people sell on these tokens, so it's really not surprising. Oh, you know what it is? Okay, I get it. These are all the tokens that this dev has created, I think. I think that's how it works. But anyway, it's not strange that a dev would sell quickly, so I'm not really worried about that. We can look and see where the devs sold. You know, they're just trying to get their profit and go. And usually these things take off after that because people want to see the dev get out for whatever reason. But you can see right there, they just took their quick payday. Price kept going up. It's not going to always happen this way, by the way. You know, it happens sometimes. Sometimes there's smart money that GMGN tracks, and they'll show up on here, but there's none on this one. Here's a KOL VC that bought. They bought the bottom, sold the top. That's sometimes a sell signal for you to get out as well, but you know, price can keep going sometimes. So really what you want to look for is fresh wallets getting in down here somewhere. They bought there, but it looks like they sold again. Insiders. You usually don't want to see too many insiders. And it doesn't look like there are any. Yeah, that one sold. Snipers doesn't matter as much. There's snipers and everything. Yeah, so I'm just not seeing any accumulation on this one right now. And the price is under 50 RSI, so it just, I mean, the RSI is under 50, so yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be interested in this one really. Doesn't mean it can't just take off at some point. I mean, sometimes that happens. So that's how you would handle that. You know, sometimes when you get, we can look at this one just really quick. You want to see something that has a lot of conviction, you know, a lot of money running into, flowing into it. Right now, anything over 2K within an hour that smart money is purchasing at least 2,000 worth is going to show up here. Up to a certain market cap. I think I've got it set to 800K is the highest it'll go. Yeah, this one dumped too. So usually you want to see the price going up, and you know, it's a more interesting coin if it does that. So let's see. Another thing you can do is go to top DGen wallets, which these are the top 1% wallets that we have found. Looks like they just got into a new token. If it has the, what do they call this, the seedling emoji, that's a brand new token. Sometimes buying these that already moved, you know, are good plays as well. And I can actually look at that one. And then we'll look at that new one and wrap it up after that. So you go to your smart money. If you have Nansen, you go to your smart money and see what's happening. Typically, you don't want to see this where, you know, more and more smart money holders are going down. It started up here at the peak, 112, and as you can see, it just keeps going down. It's under 73 right now. But also understand that if the token is preparing for another move, this is going to happen. You know, eventually the selling pressure ends. And I think, yeah, there he is right there. So our wallet that purchased it today, you can see it right there. Last 24 hours, they purchased some. And there were a couple other wallets here. This is a good wallet too. But I want the best of the best. I started to add this one, but it wasn't good enough. But this one is really good. So, you know, this doesn't really bother me as much, being that this is a more established token, Lucy. You know, the amount of wallets and the amount of tokens are going out of this. Because if it's going to find support and move back up, then, you know, that's what you're looking for, if you want to see that. So let's just take a look at the chart on that one. And I realize that not everybody can chart, not everybody can do TA, and that's fine. But what you can do, why did that not work? Oh. Must have forgot to get the CA. What you can do is utilize these tabs below that show you if fresh money is coming in or if, you know, smart money is coming in. If you have a big chart like this, move it up to a daily chart or like a 4-hour or something to give you a better view. MACD is turning down. You're under 50 RSI, so just a quick view, you wouldn't want to be in it right now. You'd at least want to wait until it got back above 50 RSI. But what you can do is see who's buying it here. You don't really want to see that. That's too much activity. Let's see if any smart money wallets have bought it recently. Well, it looks like they've just been buying and selling for small amounts. You want to see somebody with conviction. Let's see if any fresh wallets are buying it. Are these fresh wallets? Well, if these are fresh wallets, then somebody could be accumulating, but it also looks like they're selling at the same time. Well, no, it hadn't loaded yet. Never mind. It takes it a while sometimes. I'm just going to reload it here and see if I can get it to load quick. Oh, it has 825 wallets that are considered fresh. Let's see. Well, no, whales are the same thing. Well, they're just buying and selling. I don't know. It's hard to tell here. It's hard to tell what it's going to do. I could see it swinging back down to this and, covering this gap up. So not really interesting to me. I mean, if the chart looked better, it might be one to get into. So let's wrap it up with this last one. One of our best wallets just bought this one called Berry. So we're going to click that. Oh, the other thing you can do, so this is a new token, so I'll look at Twitter here in a second. I'm not so worried about it with a more established token. So this one's already pumped 15x. This is more what you want to see. So in this case, what we would want to do, if it's already pumped like this, and I'll bring up the chart here in a second, we're going to wait for a pullback, and then we're going to jump in on that pullback. But we have to wait and see what happens with it first. You can see real time smart money is mostly buying it. In fact, here's one of our wallets that bought twice 13 minutes ago. Actually, he bought 3 times. No, okay, bought it twice. All right, so now we'll look at just the overall smart money. We can look at that and see if they're selling. Yeah, I mean, it's steadily gone up, where people are joining in, trying to get gains. So what we could do at this point is look at the chart. I think that's much more important after smart money. I think usually what I do is I look at the chart first and then smart money. Because in this case, I already know that one of our wallets bought this, right? Yeah, so this is much, much better. This is the kind of chart you want to see. I mean, sure, we would have preferred to get in early and reap all these rewards, but now you're going to need to wait for it to retrace if you want to try to get in this one. You have a lower high on the RSI, though it could be turning back up. If you see something like this, you can just start marking your area. Yeah, there it goes right there. It tried to go again. You can mark your areas anywhere you had like a big peak. You could even use this right here, but I'd rather use this one. So I'm on the 5-minute chart. I'm just going to mark this candlestick peak. And it turns out that this is also a support area. So when this broke up, when it came back down and touched that was a great time to buy. And this happens pretty often when you have good momentum, like a positive market structure. So now what you're looking at is you can mark this top right here. And if it continues to reject here, then you just watch here again, see if it comes down here. And then you could buy at this support level. But then if a candle closed below that, you'd have to get out, just to be safe. And then your support would be down here, the next level, something like that. So that's how you would draw your lines. And it's something you have to learn. You have to just keep working at it, and eventually you'll get more and more proficient at it. But when you start seeing a lot of wicks to the upside or wicks to the downside, sometimes that's a bottom. Not every time. That's just where you start paying attention. Now, if you got a candle above this, a full candle, you could go ahead and take a position, but just know that if it fell back below with a full candle, you just get out. And that's the reason you want to be buying near these lines that you create, because it gives you a chance to de-risk without losing much money. I was just going to see if it was going to do anything here. Yeah, I don't know. It's just going to sit there, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you could look at Twitter too. We talked about taking the contract address, search it, see who's talking about it, see if it's a good meme, if it's something that gets you excited, or if it's funny, things like that. And of course, checking in on the narrative too, which right now that is, what is it, the Twitter or the TikTok thing. There's a lot of TikTok memes that people are playing tokens for, and then the other one, AI agent, stuff like that is still popular. I'm trying to remember what else it was. What was the other one? Oh, cute animals and TikTok trends. Okay. Oh yeah, it did get above there, didn't it? So I mean, in this case, you could take a position in the hopes that it's just going to keep going, but you would have to be watching it pretty close. I mean, if it continued to show weakness, even though it got above and then it fell back below here, I would consider getting back out. I mean, up here in 3-4 million range, it's a little bit more risky. And also when it's down near 200K, it's more risky. There's kind of a sweet spot. I'd prefer to buy something around 1 million or 500K or something like that if I could. But sometimes you can get a good one at 200K. I think there was just a higher risk of them dumping near that area. All right, is there any questions or anything? I don't even know if anybody's into this. Might just be a recording of just me, a live stream of just me. Okay, I think I'll end it there. Hopefully I described that pretty well. The mid-cap memes is just, meme coins that are well established already. So you can play these as well, but oh, these are our test channels down here, so don't worry about those. You can't see those. Okay, so yeah, for those wanting to play memes, that's kind of how you do it. That's your workflow, and we'll keep working at it and getting better at it. We've already made a bunch of big wins, right, this week. So we'll keep doing it. We'll keep making calls. Okay, I'm going to end it there.